Hey yo, what is good, everybody? It is your boy Chad bringing y'all another video. Today's video is going to be about Oli or Oli London. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, but they are a social media influencer. She's not she. He is non-binary, and he recently transitioned from being a white guy to a Korean guy. So yeah, as crazy as that sounds, right? So like before we even get started with this video, I don't have any problem with people who are, you know, trans, whether racial, transgender, none of that, right? I mean, do what you want, however you feel fit. So Ali or Oli, I'll just say Oli just because it's OLI. But they recently said that they are like heavily influenced by K-pop and Korean culture, and deep inside he feels like he is Korean. So he went under surgery and spent like 100,000 all the way up to like 200,000 getting his, excuse me, I guess race change. So he went from like a white man to, looking Korean. Like he had the surgery, make his eyes slanted, things like that, and everything. And, just off rip, just going off rip, getting the surgery to make your eyes slant and all that, it's seeming a little borderline racist, but, that's besides the point. They did the whole transition and stuff, and like I said, they're apparently a social media influencer. So a lot of people on social media are like really I guess clowning them, or like really getting upset with him because, well, non-binary, they them getting upset with Ollie. And they're like, you can't just wake up one day and say, oh, you're Korean, and then transition from a white man to a Korean. Like, it doesn't work like that. There are different ways to appreciate the culture. And when you hear stuff like these people that are saying this are like, these are the same people who, when someone's a male saying they feel like a female inside and they want to transition, they're the same ones condoning it and saying go ahead and do it. But when it comes to you transitioning from one race to the next, you're not allowed to do that. To me, it seems like a little bit of like hypocrisy, a little bigotry. That's what they would tell us, like, you're being bigots, you don't understand. Because once you've already opened the door for like the trans agenda, whether there are some people who truly feel like that and others who just going along with it, you open the door for trans everything, transracial, trans ethnic, transgender. Like it doesn't stop, because there's no boundary. Like, okay, here's where we draw the line. Okay, everybody that wants to be transgender, cool, anything else isn't acceptable. Like, so now you have people who are transracial. Like, to me it's just like, I don't see how, you could feel Korean in the inside, but you're a white man for years. Even if you do change due to surgery, like your outward appearance is showing that Korean, I guess, but you're still a white man who knew they went underneath the surgery to become Korean. But like I said, that's besides the point. I'm just more so like, it's kind of crazy that, like I said, the same people who are condoning, the transgender and saying, you guys can't make fun of them and you guys can't say anything about them. Like, if that's how they feel inside and that's how they feel, and it's like, now that people are feeling like they're different races, it's like, you can't do that. That's not real. And it's like, all you'd have to do is replace the words transracial with transgender, and the same argument is being applied across the lines. Like, I really don't understand, and I don't get, like, how people don't see that when you open the door for some things, like Pandora's Box is open and there's no shutting it. It's like, once it's open, it's open. And from there, it's just going to go crazy and go rampant. Just like how when the LGBTQ agenda, I'm not sure the other letters are, once that agenda was pushed, it's like they then start to add a P for pedophiles. And I even told my parents, just like a little bit off Oli London or Oli, I told my parents, like, pretty soon you're gonna have people, you know how people say, well, this goes exactly with the trans everything agenda, like transgender, you know, a man feels like a female inside, or a woman who feels like a male inside. Now you have transracial people who are, you know, white, they feel like they're Korean. I'm black, I can say I feel like I'm a white man, I need the white privilege. That's what everybody's been saying, the white privilege. So I'm a black man, I feel like I have white privilege. Now I'm gonna be white, I'm technically white, I'm gonna go bleach my skin, become a white man. Like, next, just like I told my parents, you're gonna have people who say, oh, 40-year-old grown man, like, I feel like a little boy inside. And then they're gonna be trying to get with little girls. Now I know people are gonna probably listen to that and be like, that's crazy, like, who would do that? But this is the Pandora's box that's open, because what the same logic of, well, I feel like a male inside, I feel like I'm Korean inside. Somebody can just say, I feel like a little boy inside, I feel like a little girl inside. You know what I mean? And what can they say? Like, I know it's sick. Like, to me, that's like, okay, that's sick. But I know it's coming down the line. It's only, there's like, no one set up there, like, the boundary. Like, there's no boundary, like, say, okay, this is where we draw the line. It's like, it's just gonna keep going. So pretty soon you're gonna be seeing people like, oh, I identify as a little girl inside, I identify as a little boy. For the 40-year-old grown man, I identify as a little girl, I identify as a little boy. And then they're gonna be trying to get with little boys and little girls, and then they're gonna have to accept it, because if that's like, this the argument, if that's how they feel inside, then that's how they feel. So pretty soon the LGBTQ is gonna end up having a P, and it's gonna be for pedophile. But by that time, it's gonna be like, so much stuff has been accepted for the whole trans agenda, the LGBTQ agenda, that it's just gonna go too far. Well, it's already kind of going too far, especially if people are like, you know, transracial. Like I said, I don't have anything to say about Oli being transracial, because to me it doesn't affect me. But I see where, like, the agenda is going, where, you know, it started off transgender and now it's transracial. And the same people who, you know, I'm not going to beat the dead horse anymore after this, but the same people who condone the transgender are now the ones saying you can't do the transracial, it doesn't work like that. And it's like, even if you go to Oli London's page, Oli London is like, it's kind of crazy that, you know, the same people telling me I can't do this are the same ones that are, you know, accepting all this other stuff, and they're the main ones who accept that but won't accept this. And they're like, he's like, it's the exact same thing. Like, I feel Korean inside, this is what I feel, so I just transitioned to Korean. And yeah, I don't know, man. You know, I think it's all crazy, but all I could do is pray. But yeah, man, I just wanted to just bring y'all a quick video right now just to, like, touch on that. I just thought that was kind of, like, interesting. Like, that's the first I've heard of someone saying, like, they're transracial. The only thing I can think about that goes with this is, like, that Dave Chappelle skit where he was a black man working for the KKK, and he hated black people, but he was blind. So he never knew that he was black himself. So, like, he would go to the Klan rallies and be like, yeah, we hate them N-words, we da-da-da-da-da, get them out of here. And they're like, everybody who can see is looking like, yo, this man is crazy. But he was a black man who just happened to be blind. And his wife, I think his wife was, like, white or something, which was the even crazier part. But he was blind. But I just thought it was funny, man. So, yeah, I guess that was transracial too. Felt like he was a white man inside, even though he was black, but he was blind, so he didn't know. But yeah, man, I just hope y'all, I just want to throw that out there, and I hope y'all like this video. If y'all have any, like, comments or anything, you can just drop them down below. But as always, it's been your boy Chad, and I'm out. Peace.